Hi everyone, it's Pam with Silver and Sparkles, and I am here with what I'm going to call a 2-page project. This was a request by Lisa, one of my regular viewers. So hi Lisa, I hope this ends up being something that you like. Lisa was looking for a small journal, or like you said, a 1-page wonder or a 2-page wonder, something like that, that has some pockets and some flips, and was able, here's another pocket there, to have a small signature sewn in. Okay, so there's some journaling pages for writing or other art, and then here's another pocket on this page, and then this page actually opens like this. There's a pocket and a journaling spot, and then it opens another little text spot and another pocket. So there's lots of room to add additional journaling cards, space for writing. You can decide, you know, what size signature I wanted. I didn't want to get it too bulky. And in fact, I realized after I finished this that if I have one of the tiny cards, let's see, one of the tiny ones left, look, can tuck right there. How cute is that? Or it could go, even the back's cute, could go right there. I'm gonna put it right there. Okay, so hopefully I remember everything I did. I've been playing with this one, and oh, in the front is a pocket as well. I haven't put anything in there yet. I wanted to leave that as an option, but I liked the contrast. So anyway, I'll just show you what I did, and hopefully I'll remember. I played with my paper a couple of days ago to come up with this, and I'm just now getting to record it. So we'll see how I do. I have some notes, so hopefully I won't make y'all too crazy. So I used 2 pieces of 12 by 12 for the base, and then some extras, papers and things. So if you take your 12 by 12 paper, you're going to cut both pieces on one of the 12-inch sides at 7 inches. Okay, so you're going to end up with a piece that is 7 by 12 and 5 by 12. And you're going to do that for 2 pieces. Now, I decided for this one, I guess this one was cut here. I decided for this one that I wanted to have a little more variety in the papers. So I also cut a third one. I actually had, this piece in this paper kit that was 7 by 12, and I just hadn't used it yet. So we're going to use that in this one. Now this is Farmhouse Living by Cartabella, and I've just had this in my stash for a long time and decided it was time to use it. So I'm going to use, I think, these 2 for the base, and then we'll start working on the flips and pockets and things. I have also prepped, I decided to just, again, do 5 pieces of paper. I think I did 5, 2, 3, 5 pieces. And this is for the signature, and I'll fold these in half and get them ready in a minute. But I cut these to 9 1/4 by 6 1/2 so that they'll fit in here nice. You can use coffee dyed paper, you can use notebook paper, lined paper, whatever you want. Again, I just used some things that I had on hand. Okay, let's do a little bit of scoring. So I want this one to be the front. So I've got to remember what I did. Just give me a second. We are going to, if it doesn't work, I'll use it anyway. We are going to score on the 12-inch side. This is one of the 7 by 12s. I'm just looking at my notes. At 2 inches. This does have direction. Okay. I need to turn it this way because I want these little animals, the little flap, to be on the front. 2 inches and 7 inches. That will make sense in just a moment. Now this one, it doesn't really matter, and I am going to score it because there's not any direction to it. Also at 2 and 7. Now you will have all the measurements for your paper and the scoring and the description. Now you may have to, of course, watch the video to see what to do. I don't put all of that in the description. But let's go ahead and fold both of our pieces of paper. Now Lisa wanted one that she said it was approximately 5 by 7. She said it could be a little bit bigger, but I decided to go with 5 by 7. It worked well with the 12 by 12 paper and gives us a nice size to work with, a nice small journal. So that's what I wanted. I wanted my little cows there in that green plaid. So this is going to be the front cover. Now, so when you lay it in your scoreboard, do 2 and 7, whatever you want to be this flap. On this one, it was the blue plaid. Okay? Now, I am going to go ahead and ink this one, and I'm going to do this one just like I did the prototype. You can alter this, play with it. If you don't want to glue this down and make it a pocket, you could make it a flip, but I'm not going to go through, too many of all the options. But once you make one and you're putting yours together, you'll probably think, oh, well, if I wanted to, I could use this way. And that is perfectly okay. So every time I go to do this, I'm like, oh, wait, I could add this. But I am going to stay on task. Okay, for me, I like to go ahead and ink that and get this pocket glued down since I'm going to make it into a pocket. And then it just is easier for me to keep track of what I'm doing, okay? Now, this is the front cover. This second piece, I'm not gluing that down yet. We're going to use that flap to attach another piece of paper, one of a portion of one of the pieces that's left that is 5 by 12. So just leave this one free. I can do some more inking later if I want to. Try to get, I can't remember which pieces we see and which ones we don't, but I want you to be able to see what I'm doing. When you open that up, I'm thinking that I want, I'm going to do it like this. So green plaid, we'll have the little animals, green plaid, flowers. This is going to attach to some more paper, and then green plaid. Now this is really thick, nice scrapbook paper, so I'm just making sure everything is creased nicely. All right. It's going to get put together like this, but before we do anything else, we're going to prep our signature papers, and we're going to sew them in. So this is going to come together, and then we can put the rest of our flaps and pockets and decorations on. Okay? So if you are new, welcome. If you're one of my returning viewers, welcome, welcome. I appreciate all of you so much. If you're enjoying the video or, my channel, please make sure you remember to hit the thumbs up and drop me a comment. It helps YouTube know you'll like what I'm doing, and it will hopefully send some other folks my way. So thank you. I appreciate the support. One of the best, easy, free ways you can do to support creators. So thank you. Okay, we have our cover. We have our next page, and I'm going to put the signature right here. Okay. Now, if you want the signature here, you could, but then you've got to figure out how to attach this page. So again, I'm keeping this easy. Easy peasy. So I have everything stacked. I have this where I want it top to bottom, right? And then I'm just going to use a couple of paper clips, get my hands on them, to hold this in place. And we'll just, that was the other thing Lisa said, let's just do a 3-hole pamphlet stitch. So that's my go-to. Lisa knows me well, so that's what we're going to do. I'm going to use this waxed thread, and I cut mine approximately 3 times the length or the height of my journal. And let's get a ruler. and a paper piercer, and we are going to poke some holes. Now, this is 6.5 inches. So there's the fold line. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I can. 3 1/4 should be the middle, 3 1/4 inches. And then I'm going to come up, I think, 1 inch. And 1 inch from the top and the bottom. And now I'm just going to poke those through. If you know how to do a 3-hole pamphlet stitch, it's a really basic binding method. You can fast forward if you like. I'm going to take just a moment and do the sewing in of the signature. So I'm in one of those phases right now where I'm trying to get a little bit ahead on recording videos. As people have asked me that before, do you record like a whole bunch and then do other things, or do you record every day? And a lot of times it just depends on my schedule and what's going on. But, you know, when I'm home and in my normal kind of routine, I usually, you know, record just about every day, maybe not on the weekends, but, you know, I post just about every day, at least once. And so, yeah, that's kind of my work, my daily thing. And I can, you know, sometimes I plan videos like this, you know, in advance and ahead of time. Okay. I didn't even tell you guys how to do that. I hope you know how to do a 3-hole pamphlet. Just if not, go back and watch it and you'll see. But now I'm just going to tie it up. I have my strings either side underneath. That's how it just becomes rote when you do it a bunch. And that's what happened. I just started yapping about something else. Anyway, I'm in one of those phases where I am filming videos ahead because I'm going to be out of town in a couple weeks and I want to have content for while I'm gone, and things start to get a little confused in my head. It's like that menopause brain a little bit or something. I don't know, as I'm dealing with all these symptoms. And I do have a list and a calendar, and as I upload, you know, and I schedule things, I can see where I have my content. But it is funny because I'm like, okay, what day am I on? And when are you guys going to be watching this versus when I'm filming it? I guess it doesn't really matter. And sometimes I record out of order too. So anyway, not in real time. I'll be on vacation. I don't think I'll be on vacation yet when you're watching this one. I'll still be home. But again, I gotta get a little ahead. All right, so our basic journal is put together. Okay, we have the cover, we have a page, we have the little signature, which now it's like 10 pages because I did 5 pages in half. And then I have this page and the back cover. Now, I want to, what do I want to do first? Let's do this little feature here because I liked that. It was easy and cute. And again, there's options depending on how you want to glue that one together. But we are going to pick one of our 5. This is not the one I need. Okay, I've got to pick one of these to be the piece that is 5 by 12. And I think I'm going to use this one because I don't want my little animals, if I can prevent it, to be upside down. So we'll use this one. And we're going to score it on the 12-inch side. And my little score tool, it just dropped and rolled away. I guess I'll find it later. We'll just use this. It should work. It should work. Okay, on the 12-inch side, 5 by 12 paper, we are going to score at 4 inches, 8 inches, and at 10 and a half. Okay, again, I will put that in the description for you. All right, now let's crease this nicely on our scores that we made. And like I said, this is such thick, thick cardstock. that you may, you know, yours may not need as much love. Okay. Whoops. That's not how that goes. Okay, this is going to hang over, and I think I'm going to do it the other way. Hold on. Gotta remember what I did. Okay. We scored it 4, 8, and 10.5. I've folded it up. This first 4 is going to, on the first page, be installed like this, and it's going to come down, and then we're going to fold it up and fold it back down, just like that. Now, I don't know if you can tell, this is going to be too wide, even though this is 5 inches and these are 5 inches. We have a signature sewn in, and anyway, we have to trim this up. But let me show you that fold one more time. This is the 4-inch, and you can pick which way you want your paper, but we're going to tuck it behind this first page and fold it down, up, and then down. All right, just like that. And I'm going to glue this and make this a pocket up here, and this is going to flip open, and I did journaling space on the original. If you want, you could do it where it pulls down like this and up like that. I am not going to do that because, again, I said I wasn't going to confuse you guys with too many options. Whoa, I hope I didn't hit the camera. Okay, so right now, this is 5 inches wide. I am going to cut it to 4.5. I just want to make sure it fits in there nicely and isn't hanging over. My other one is hanging over a little bit, and I wasn't really happy with that. All right, this is going to be like this. So let me just ink where I need to ink. And this is what I mean. When you start playing with yours, you will be able to decide if you want, you know, to do yours a little different. Okay, so again, we're going to tuck it behind here. Decide, I'm going to try to center it now on the page so you get to see that cute green underneath. I like that. And then when you turn this over, we're going to fold this before we glue anything down. This is where I did this fun angled pocket. And so I'm just going to take the left-hand corner, and we're just going to fold it up, and I'm coming up and leaving probably 1/4 inch at the top. And I just creased it. Now, I didn't want to glue anything until I did that because I wanted to make sure I could ink it. Make everything look great. Okay. So one more time. Just make sure we like it. Okay, I like it right here. I'm not going to worry about gluing this part yet. We're going to come here, and I'm going to flip this up, and we are going to add glue along right above the top of this page onto the green plaid paper and along this side, okay? So here we go. Glue and glue. So now we will have the tuck spot right here, okay? And we're also going to add a touch of glue on this little corner right there. And then that leaves us the tiny tuck spot here and a little bitty one there if you want it. Okay. Now, on this side, you have your options. I'm going to turn mine into a pocket and a flip up, okay? So I'm going to glue this flap down. This is the part we just folded down. And then, because I want this to be the pocket, we will add glue to these two sides. Now, I hope I didn't lose anybody. If you need to, you know, rewind and you can watch that again. It's not hard, but I know I was flipping the paper around a little bit. So hopefully that worked for you. Okay. Love it. And then we can, like I said, if we want to, like I did on this one, we can add some neutral paper for writing. We could use some of the cutouts and just decorate. Lots of options. There's our signature. Okay, now we have to take this last piece, and I think I am going to end up with animals going sideways, but that's okay. I love the orange gingham too. This last piece, we are going to cut a piece. I want a piece that is 7 inches by 4 3/4. So this is 12 inches long. I'm going to cut it at 7 inches, and then I am going to I'm just looking at the pattern. 4 3/4. Okay, look at those cute little pigs and cows. Ah, so cute. Okay, this is going to end up being a page in our journal. This piece, I want this one to be 4 3/4. Well, actually, it could be, yeah, I want it to be 4 3/4 by 5, because I am going to make 2 triangle pockets, and I can use it, you know, with the animals or the orange plaid. We'll decide as we look at our papers. We're going to set that aside. And, you know, we might use these strips for something. I don't know. I've got them sitting here, but, you know, you can always decide. That's really all that's left of, and again, of the 2 12 by 12 pieces of paper. I ended up cheating a little and using 3, but it's the same thing. Okay, so this piece we cut to 4 3/4 by 7 inches. And I just have to look at the patterns and decide, you know, what I want to do. And I think I'm going to have the animals, even though they're going to be sideways, it'll be okay. They're cute. And I am going to attach this page. So remember, this is your back cover, and this is going to be a pocket, but I want to attach this page first so that it opens up like this. I hope that made sense. All right, let's get a little ink on this one. And then we'll have the orange gingham when we turn the page. Okay. Very cute. Pretty sure I got that. It looks like it's a smidge over 7 or a smidge taller. I'm going to just trim off a tiny sliver, okay? It just was hanging over the top, and I wanted to take care of that. Okay, so line it up. You know, I've got this score line here. I know it's tucked in nice into the pocket. It's not going to cross over where my journal folds, okay? And we are going to add glue here, here, and I'm also going to add glue along the bottom here, just so I know everything is attached. If you don't put it along the bottom when you're on this side, this wouldn't be attached, if that makes sense. Okay, so that's that extra page. All right, so the cover, we have our flip, pocket, signature, flip out page. I love it. And now we are at the back cover. So now we get to decide where we would like to put these fellas. And that is way too much. So I think we're going to have a whole lot of gingham going on. And this is where you can definitely, you know, I can layer some other things over top of these, or if you want to use different paper, you know, go ahead. But we're going to put this down. I like all the crazy patterns. And you could use a 12 by 12 cardstock, or even if you have large book page, like from coffee table style books, you know, you don't have to use, you know, scrapbook paper like this. You could do that. All right. And I don't even remember. I think I put the other one on one of these. Yeah. I think it'll fit in there. It looks like it's a little bit long. I'm just going to snip that. I'm going to put it on this panel. But if you would rather, you could put it on the front cover. You could even put it here if you wanted a pocket there. You could put it on this panel. I mean, you know, put your pocket where you want it, and you can even make more pockets. I'm going to do what I did on my prototype, most likely, and use one of the little decor cards to make a pocket. And I'm going to do some more, hopefully some more journaling spaces. How cute is that? I just love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, that's it. So I did pick, let's see if I have one that's somewhat the right size. I love that word, gather. Eat well and feel good. Isn't that the truth? And I added, you know, some other tuck spots using some of these as well. I don't have one kind of the size I was thinking, but this would be fun. Why don't we make this into a pocket? And we'll actually kind of make it a tuck spot. We'll just put glue on two sides and leave it open. And it's deep, but that's okay. Again, we could put something tall in here. I have some of these journaling cards just from a digital kit. I'll just put that there for now. Okay. Let's think about the front. What I did for my prototype is, again, I picked one of these to be a feature. And again, I'm just kind of looking at the colors. What is this? Front Porch Rules. That's cute. Farm Sweet Farm. The rooster, you guys know I'm big on roosters. Oh, look, I'm kind of a pig deal. We'll have to put that somewhere. Life is better on the farm. A chocolate pudding recipe. A house. I think it's this one. Eat well and feel good. Okay, so what I did, I really loved the rooster here and the size of it. It was a little bit taller, but we're going to use this. And again, I'm not going to close up my pocket in case I want to use it at some point, but I'm just going to glue this in. Now, I added a ribbon to this one, and I brought over these brightly colored sari ribbons because I thought I might be able to find one that I liked, as well as I liked that yellow one I picked for the other. And I think I'm going towards this green because I have a yellow on that card. So I don't want the end. And this one is a different texture. It's pretty rough, but I think it'll be okay. Let's see, I want it to be approximately the height of the journal, and I'm going to do a knot. We'll see how this works. Okay. It's pretty. So all I did was I punched a slot, and you can do a circle if you don't have a slot punch. And I did not cut it to make it thinner. I'm trying to see how thick this one is. Like I said, this one has a different texture. Let's try it without cutting it down. But if it's too much, we will cut it down. Okay. Let's see what happens. Yeah, I love that. Okay. And I didn't even, you know, glue this down at all. I just left it loose. Okay. So glue on a portion so we don't glue our pocket closed. I'm going to put it about right there. And I'm going to just slide up under here and get a little extra glue. Okay, so if I did that right, our pocket is still there if we want to use it. Love it. And if you want to, you know, you could put like a little glue dot here and kind of hold that down so it's not quite so crazy. But for now, I'm leaving mine. I may change my mind later. Okay. So I love that. All right, now this is a pocket, and I am going to look at the stickers because it would be nice to break up some of the pattern maybe here. Where did that pig go? I'm kind of a pig deal. That just cracked me up. This is what happens sometimes when you, that's pretty too. When you get in here, it's like, there we go. It's about the right size, and it has some of that green gingham. Fresh from the farmhouse. Let's do, I want to use that gather. Oh, we need more. We need more contrast. Let me put that back for a second. As soon as I said it there, I was like, ooh, green, green, green. I always go towards the green. How about farm grown goodness? And we'll put it off to the side. Okay, now I am going to, there was like a little gray border. I'm going to trim it off so that this is a touch shorter. It looks like I already trimmed it off on some of the sides. Okay, let's see what this looks like. I think I'm just going to stick it in there. The little pig. Okay, cuteness. Now, I may have paper that I could use, but I'm going to put neutral paper here and here. If I have some out, we'll do it together. If not, I'll do it off camera. Let's pick a sticker. Maybe life. Oh, that's a tag shape. Ooh, the rooster. Let's put that cute little rooster right there. And all I did was I put some journaling cards and some different things in this pocket. Ba-doop, ba-doop. Here's one. There we go. And I didn't do anything to the signatures. I certainly could stamp something, put a sticker, put a strip of paper on them. What did I do for this pocket? I said there was, oh, I did the same thing. I just decorated it with one of the cards. Now, I don't know that I want to cover up my little animals, so maybe I'll just put gather there. The back of the paper that had all of these different cards and strips is so cute. It's vegetables on that orange. Yeah, it's always so hard when there's things you want to use on one side of these beautiful papers. And you're like, but I love this one too. Okay, I'll just put gather there. What is on this one? How about if we just put a journaling card? Again, I'm thinking some neutral paper here. And we can add Farm Sweet Farm. There we go. And again, you can put quotes, you can put Bible verses. I mean, put whatever you want. I'm just kind of staying with the theme of this paper. And I think on these pages, yeah, I did a tuck spot on this page. We could also do like a belly band or something. Let's use this, though, to make a tuck spot because I want to give this rooster prime space. So we're going to put here and here. Again, just to have a little tuck spot. And I'll bring him down just a touch. And we can still see that beautiful paper. Let's see. Yeah, even those wide cards fit in there nicely. I need something. I think this would be good in there. And maybe this one with the nice border. We'll put that that one there. Okay, now I want to decorate this pocket. Look at that, farm fresh milk. Okay, do I have a sticker? Maybe this one right here. Maybe I'll put that there. And then I saw some of these. What will the plaid look cute? Bring the green. Yeah. Oh, it just makes it so easy and fun. And it's a little different style than what I normally do working with these papers. How cute. All right, now, I don't know if I have enough neutral paper sitting here, but here's a piece. Just so we can get a sense of what this will look like. This is 5 by 7, so I'm going to want it to be, I think, 4.5 by 6.5. And it'll be there just like that, okay? I will add a little ink. I said I may have to stop because I don't think I have paper printed. I don't know what I was thinking, but I'll look. I'll look in the pile of things that I had out for this project and just see. So Lisa, if you're watching, please let me know. And if this didn't quite hit the mark, then we'll try again. But let me know what you're thinking. I would love to hear what you're thinking. Here's some. I kind of would like it to somewhat match. Let's see. This wasn't out for this project, but hey, it's almost the same but green. Let's use that. This looks like a pink monarch paper. Okay, again, I want it to be, what size do I need? I need it to be what did I do? I can't think. Okay, 4.5. Oh, this one's smaller. Duh. Okay, 4 by 3.5 is what I need. Okay. So let's see where we're at. 4. I'm going to cut the edge off by 3.5. There we go. Yay. Yeah, that works. And if you don't want all this neutral paper, you just want to decorate, or you want to put like lined paper for writing, you know, again, make this all your own. I think I would love one using book page, like the large book page, and then layer, you know, some of my favorite papers and things. Okay, I think on the other one, I already have the pig here, and I've been wanting to use this pig. But let's, you know, this is where I can do that Farm Sweet Farm. Let's put it right there. I have a sticker there. Okay, so that's done. The only thing I think I had left was deciding what to do here. So we can do another tuck spot, or if I have paper, we could make another writing spot. Let's just see what I've got. That way it's finished and it's done. Because sometimes I say, I'll come back and do that, and then I don't. And then I'm like, I need to do something. Ooh, you know what? Let's do a belly band. I hadn't done a belly band. Okay, and we'll do it with the little animals, and it'll match that pocket. Let's make it 1.5 inches. And I already know this piece was 7. There we go. Too fun. And we can even put something on the belly band to decorate it if we want to. All right, I am not going to worry about keeping it where you get the full 7 inches. I have a feeling most of the things that I'll be putting in here are going to be shorter, like these cards right here. So I don't need all of the space. Just kind of tuck a few. And I just saw this fresh eggs. So cute. Locally grown. I'm trying to decide what might work on here. I don't really know that it needs anything. Look at that rooster. I'm just having too much fun, aren't I? Okay, I'm going to go through because I have some extra cards. I'm going to stick a few more in there. I kind of wanted this somewhere. We'll put him there, and the corn. The corn needs to be tucked in. And the recipe card, we'll put right there. And I decided to just leave that belly band alone. Oh, look, we have this cute little one. Will it fit? Or is it too big? It's just a smidge too big. I don't want it hanging out the top. You really have to have something quite tiny to fit in here. Okay, but never fear, it'll tuck right there. Oh, one more. Where should I put it? Maybe back here. This one has lots of cards. I may spread them out and give this one a few more cards. Okay, I hope you guys like this one. I hope you'll just grab some of your papers. Again, I think a solid scrapbook paper, 12 by 12 paper, and then layers would be pretty too. But I think these are fun, and they're not quite fall colors, but they definitely can work, I think, a little bit for fall, which is the mood I've been in. So I hope you like it. Don't forget, give me a thumbs up. Until next time, guys, have a great day.